Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/49 County News TV.
For prayer and allegiance to our flag. Would you mind praying for us?
Lord God, we come before you today, Jesus, and we thank you for this country we live in. We thank you for the freedoms you give us, and God, we thank you for the men and women who sacrifice everything for us, God. And we pray for this meeting today and give us wisdom to lead our county. And we pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the meeting to order. The claims and the minutes are not ready for us to sign, so we'll do that at a later date. Mr. Jones.
Thank you. Well, it's a pleasure for us to be here today. When y'all came to the NACOG meeting, unfortunately I was out with my wife at UAB in the hospital, who unfortunately passed away on the 19th of December. But I appreciate y'all coming to the NACOG meeting. I want to invite you to the meeting on Thursday. It's at 12 o'clock at our office, and we have all the legislators coming. And this would give you a chance for you to meet all your senators. I know Mr. Garland Gudger said he will be there. That represents part of Marion County. Also, Senator Stokes will be there. Senator Melson will be there. Your legislative delegation. So that would give you a chance. It starts at 12. We will have lunch. Should be out of there by 1:30 at the latest. So it's this week. What we like to do every year is come down and make a presentation to the Marion County Commission and kind of give the results of the programs that NACOG offers here in Marion County and how your citizens have received services from us. I'm going to start out with Mr. Jeff Thompson. He's director of our area agency on aging. We provide a wide range of services for individuals that are 60 and over here in the county. Jeff?
Thank you, Keith. Good morning. I'll be real brief. We have 9 major programs with the aging department, and so I'll just give you some stats on each program as it relates to Marion County. The first program I'll talk about is the Medicaid waiver program. This is where we have seniors or individuals with disabilities that would otherwise end up in a nursing home if we did not provide services in the home. We contract with a direct service provider to do personal care, homemaker services, respite care. And in Marion County last year we had 82 clients that received those services. The state health insurance program, this is where we counsel individuals with Medicare, Medicaid, Part D enrollment plans. Last year we had 313 individuals in Marion County that received those type of counseling services. We do, the Older Americans Act requires us to have a legal contract for seniors, and we do have one with Jan Neal Law Firm, and she provides things like power of attorneys, wills, VA benefits, these type things. Our nutrition program, we have a new food contract with GA Foods. Our commissary is out of Trinity, Alabama, that covers the 5 counties that we cover, and it's a statewide contract. And in Marion County last year, we served about 50,000 homebound meals and about 30,000 congregate meals at the senior centers level. Next program is Alabama Cares. This is where we provide individuals that go into the home where, say, you're providing care for an Alzheimer's parent or something like that, where you're able to get out of the home for a while. For a respite type situation, we had 14 individuals on that program last year from Marion County. Our senior employment, this is a part-time employment for low-income seniors, And there's 6 individuals in Marion County. Keith, I've forgotten, City of Hamilton has a couple, and Brilliant, I think, has a few employees. I should have written that down with our senior employment program. The Ombudsman program, this is where we have an advocate in-house at NACOG, and we receive complaints from nursing homes, assisted living facilities. The residents can complain, or the family member can complain to our ombudsman, and they just try to resolve those issues with the resident or the family. And the last one, Senior RX, this is a prescription drug program for seniors that are 55 and over. They have a chronic medical condition, no prescription drug coverage, and we're able to work with a pharmaceutical to get free or low-cost meds for those individuals. Last year, Marion had 33 clients, and the prescription total that we saved was about $200,000 for those 33 people over a year's time. So that's in a nutshell, quickly. Yes, sir.
You mentioned the meals, the senior centers. Have you done an evaluation? Have you had any feedback on this new people you got rather than what you had?
We have. Honestly, they got off to a little rough start statewide. Actually, I think in this area, Trinity Commissary, we probably have the best in the state as far as problems. We did have some, and I think the first quarter might have been a little shaky at times, but really in our area, we've had a lot of positive comments the last, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks to a month. It's sort of turning around. They're not perfect. They're still getting there. They had a late, their ability to open was hastened by a lawsuit with the previous, so they were able to open as quickly as they would have to get.
So it's got better?
It has.
I heard not roundabout. It wasn't,
It started out horrible.
Yeah.
It started out horrible. The thing that y'all need to know, for us, that was a statewide bid. It was not an ACOG bid. It was the state of Alabama. The previous.
So our people, our local people have been, they're satisfied now where they were not?
Well, I don't know if they're totally satisfied, but let me just say the situation is getting better. GA Food is aware of the situation. They are going to all the different senior centers, representatives of GA Food. They are surveying. We did receive surveys in the last 2 weeks of participants, and those surveys were better than it was. To be honest with you, I really do not think they were prepared to start October 1. The contract should have been, delayed until they were ready to go. But this was a statewide bid, and our situation, believe it or not, has been better than other parts of the state.
Right.
But we are aware of that.
Okay.
Bob, I will say this, Keith's been very helpful, because I'm out in our senior centers all the time, and I've heard a lot of the same complaints you've probably heard, but as recently as last week, I was in a few, and it was told exactly what Keith said. It's gotten much better. Excuse me, it may not be exactly where we want it yet, but compared to where we started, it is much better. And I want to commend Keith and his office, because I reached out to him, and he put me in touch with the right folks in Montgomery to talk with and express the concerns of our seniors, and so it is much better, but probably still a little ways to go.
One thing I do want to talk to you about, the 82 people on the Medicaid waiver program, those are people that, if they weren't on that program, they'd have to be in a nursing home. And the cost for them to be on the program here in Marion County, cost the taxpayers about $13,500 to be in that program. If they were in a nursing home, it's over $63,000. So that is a program that is saving the taxpayers a lot of money. And one thing that I want to encourage you as commissioners, we have 620 slots with 5 counties there. We are being pushed under the new integrated care network to get all those slots filled by February.
End of February.
End of February. So if you know people here in the county that you feel would qualify, for those services. They have to be Medicaid eligible. They need to be able to stay at home and take care of themselves, but they need home health services. They may need a meal. They may need somebody to help them with the bath. I encourage you to give us a call, because we've got an article that's going to come out in the Journal Record. I think it's coming out this week. What we need it quickly.
Yeah.
As quick as you can, Scott. We need to do that. But if you have people there in your districts, please give me a call on that. I now would like to call Tiffany Boyd. Tiffany Boyd runs our government service sector. Since y'all been elected, before y'all brand new, you hear all these acronyms: ARC, CDBG, EDA, LWCF, RPO. You hear all these, you're going, what in the world does these mean? But we're here to help you, inform you about these programs, explain what they are and how they can help you in the county.
Good morning. In the Governmental Services Department, we are here to help our municipalities identify community and economic development needs and find sources of funding to help move those projects along. We work closely with ADECA, the Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs, FEMA, Appalachian Regional Commission, various other sources of funding, like the CDBG, the Community Development Block Grants. We get those, and we help try to piece those together with whatever your needs are to get you funding for those projects. We do a lot of infrastructure projects such as water, sewer, streets, and drainage, getting into broadband a little bit, and community enhancement projects, housing, senior centers, community centers, demolition, safe rooms and storm shelters, those kind of things. And I think in your packet there's a list of projects we've worked on in Marion County over the last year. We administered through and got 2 of them closed out. There were 2 in Winfield, a demolition project in Ewan, and then the town of Brilliant got a joint CDBG and ARC project funded. So we also did 3 applications that we submitted last year in Marion County, one for Marion County, one for y'all, one for the Marion County Public Water Authority, and one for the City of Hamilton. The Hamilton one was funded for water and sewer drainage improvements in the Ragsdale community, in their housing complex. So between the 4 we administered and the 1 that got funded, that's over $1.3 million that came into Marion County in grant funds that we helped administer last year. We are working with the local EMA directors to get together and work on our joint plan for the hazardous mitigation program. This is due in April 2020, so we're going to go ahead and start talking and working to see what each county needs. And as of today, we have a new lady in our department, Peggy Mighty, and she has a master's in urban and regional planning. So she'll be coming in and helping us with comprehensive plans, long-range plans, and zoning assistance and things like that. So we're really happy to have her.
On the mitigation plan, we were talking about, 5 years ago, we put together a regional mitigation plan that was Colbert, Franklin, Marion, and Winston County. And when you make those mitigation plans, in the event of you have a tornado, you have to have an existing plan in place in order to qualify for FEMA assistance. And your plan expires in April of 2020. So during 2019, we will be working on a regional plan to put y'all's needs back together that FEMA will know about. Also, another project that Tiffany didn't mention, we're working with the town of Bear Creek on their water losses and working with them with USDA. And since they were in the process of receiving the USDA loan to work on a lot of their water losses up there, which in turn we want to help them apply for some CDBG this summer. Yes, Mr. Bob.
You said grants for infrastructure. What all is included under infrastructure? What about buildings such as jails and things like that?
Would
Does
be
that come
more
under
community
infrastructure?
enhancement?
It'd be community enhancement.
Sir?
It'd be into the community enhancement program. but it's what, $250,000? See, for a lot of y'all, the new commissioners, the state receives about $23 million a year from HUD that goes to ADACA, Kenneth Boswell. And they have categories. They have a county category, a large city category, a small city category, community enhancement, an economic development category, and a planning category. So Marion County can apply under the county, and what's the amounts of county grants?
Is it 350? I think so, yeah.
So you're eligible to apply up to, in a competitive nature, for non-entitlement counties here in the state. So you're not competing against Jefferson County or Mobile, but it'll one-time application up to 350. You are eligible to apply at any time for economic development projects that create jobs here in the county on that. But as Ms. Bob, as you say, the jail would fall under the enhancement. But right now, the grant amount is only 250, because I don't have a clue what you're talking about, cost of the jail.
Is it 350, is that a yearly?
It's a yearly, you get to apply on a yearly basis, but if you get funded, you have to sit out until you complete the project on that. But we will be glad, and the other thing about, we will work for you as a member of NACOG. You have other people that do grants, but they're gonna charge you to write the application. We're not gonna charge you anything to write the application. We're gonna submit, since you're members of NACOG.
Did she say that she had done a grant for, was it the Marion County Water Authority?
The Public Water Authority.
Public.
That was an ARC application.
Okay, how much was it, did you say?
Total was 523,000. They requested 366 with a local match of 157. Marion County's 70/30
Yes.
match, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
But for Marion County Commission, you applied for a water project and requested 350 last year. I have a total project of 544.
Any other questions in community development? And we'll talk more about that in our board meeting on Thursday. Now let's call on Jesse Turner, and Jesse handles the transit and the planning side, and the transportation planning side.
Yeah, and first, I just got back from India at midnight Sunday night, so I'm still kind of jet lagged, and brain fog, so I might have to rely on Joseph and Keith to bail me out here, but we do the transportation planning, so that's anything that's related to ODOT. Is we try to be the go-between y'all and ODOT. Like on the way down here, the bridge there between Huckleberry and Hamilton, we started that thing. It was about my second week on the job 13 years ago. We went and met with Mr. McInnes, who was the ODOT director, and so it's good to finally see that thing being built. But those are the type of things through the rural planning organization that we can advocate for on your behalf. So we have the RPO program, and so that's a consultation program between y'all and ODOT, and so we try, like I say, we strive to be the go-between for y'all as well on that. And through ODOT, we handle any of the transportation alternative program grants. Those are sidewalks and such, as well as the industrial access program. I'll let Joseph go over those projects that we've been successful in getting here in Marion County. Also, we offer the transit program here. We just saw the bus pulling out right here as we pulled up. Since I'm new to the transit program part of it, so we in Marion County we offer a dial ride service. It's demand response. If you call before 3 o'clock the previous day, you can schedule a ride the next day. In Marion County, we're always needing drivers. So if you know anybody that might be willing and able to drive a bus, please put them in contact with me. We also handle the recreational program grants. Hamilton just completed one for a canoe launch. Then Tracy was just speaking to me about, Twin is looking for like a track project. So those are just due in December. So any type of those projects as well. We offer any mapping assistance that you may need. We work very closely with Tiffany and her department on their mapping needs for the applications. So any type of GIS, GPS projects that you might be interested in. A few years ago, we did a water mapping project. We mapped all the water systems here in Marion County.
One of the things that we are involved in that you might not be aware is the census. We're a year and 3 months away from being county. April 1 of 2020. We've been actively involved working with Luca. You want to mention Luca?
Yeah, the local updated census addresses. What we did, we worked with all 5 counties to locate any addresses that the Census Bureau might not have, and I didn't get those numbers.
7,000 for the 5-county region.
Yeah, about 7,000 for the 5-county region addresses that we found, and so it, you know, about 2.25, 2.23 people per household, and so how much is it per person?
I think it might have been over 10 million or something.
Yeah, so that's potentially $10 million that we found for the NACOG region, because each person's worth, I don't know, $1,600 a year. I'd have to look at those numbers. But you know, and as Keith can tell you, the census is going to be very important for Alabama this next, you know, 2020, because if our numbers aren't up, we're at risk of losing a U.S. representative. You know,
I think we need to stress our media services, both on the media and newspapers, to stress people think, you know, they send a form, fill out, so that's no one's business. But you say we'll lose out on a lot of tax money and also some representation.
Yes,
we don't.
yeah. Representation is very important, but also, you know,
yes.
The grant numbers, you know, the money that the U.S. government sends down for the CDBG
So
dollars.
very important people respond.
Yes.
Mr. Bob, we've got a list of programs that are impacted by the census, and we'll get those to you for you and the county can mention that to the press. So there's a list of a humongous amount of federal programs that are here in Marion County that are impacted by the census.
But even your state, you know, House districts and Senate districts are affected by, you know, your population numbers, so.
We found one address just in Tuscumbia. I'm just going to use it for example. The Census Bureau had that one person was living there. Well, it was an apartment building with 36 people. You know, it was a 2-bedroom apartment complex, so in 2010, they counted that as one person. And you think about here in Marion County, if you're not counting properly, what it does it impact. So let me encourage you as a commission to that's coming. And this is the first electronic census, is that correct? You're not going to be in paper?
I'm not sure. I think they are doing something.
Or do some, but it's coming from that.
But that's just something that they would definitely keep at the forefront to make sure we're counted.
Joseph?
Thank you. Good morning. Joseph Cole. Jason mentioned I'm taking over the transportation planning part of it. And we have, in your packet, we have some projects we've done here recently. 2 that I failed to mention on your handout was the Winfield Industrial Access, the Tiffin Plain Winfield. It's an IA application that we turned in. And as well as the Brilliant, it was an ARC and a just state appropriated $250,000 for Brilliant for Webb Street resurfacing. And like I said, I know you're familiar with the RPL. We met last year, I think it was June in Hamilton. I'm sure we'll have another meeting in this either early summer, late spring, something like that with RPL.
One thing that we may be meeting that Franklin County, we were there last Monday night, and they've got a new pothole patching machine that they purchased, and they're gonna, we may have a meeting on that because they're talking about a company bringing that pothole patching machine to do some demonstrations, and I think that would be pretty good. Y'all might want to see that.
We have one.
Y'all have one, but it was a new one that Mr. Palmer had purchased.
And it works very effectively. If we just get the water out of the.
Get the water out of the hollow.
And Mr. Cooper, who's the highway director, he's been very good about, he makes appointments in the regions once every quarter or so. So if y'all have any issues that y'all like to go and meet with him about, Bob, you came down to Tuscaloosa here a few
We
months
were
ago.
just with him there too. Commissioners here went with him, they gave us part of stretch of old 78 highway back, last, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, anytime you need our assistance with those meetings, we have a very, very good relationship with Mr. Cooper. So, and those meetings usually produce some results. That's how Perry was able to get 250,000 for Webb Street and Brilliant, and Mayor Winfield, he should get some money for this industrial access
Well,
road as
they're
well.
redoing, County Road 14 in District 4.
We also been involved in Hamilton Home Builders. You want to mention that project?
Yeah, it's industrial access we had, this past year. It was approved, awarded, it's still in the, is it in the design phase or?
Yeah, it should be going out for bid here.
It should be about March. Should be bid about March. They're doing some traffic, have to do traffic counts on that road.
But that's about the only 100% money that's out there. The state puts aside $13 million a year for industrial access, road and bridge projects. So if y'all have an industry that's coming in, you know, it's a good way to get your streets improved and any improvements that might need to be made for that industry.
That's kind of like Mr. Cooper done. We went, Bob, I think Bob knows, they have a stretch out here. I guess it's a mile, probably, you know, 3/4,
Close to it.
something like that. And we went and met Mr. Cooper and Mr. Brown.
Yes.
Know Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Talked with them, well, they want to donate it back, as Bob said, to the county. But me and Kenneth asked if we take it back if they would pay for fixing it. So we went down there and stayed with them a while, and they give us $250,000 to fix it.
There you
Pay
go.
back on it 100%.
Yes.
So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
those,
but those meetings are
very fruitful.
he can help you.
yeah. He can't help you if you don't ask.
That's right, that's right. He was good to me.
Also, I know Brooke mentioned about Wednesday's meeting that the mayor's having. Kenneth Boswell is scheduled to be one of the speakers. He's the director of the Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs. Majority of all your federal dollars for grants for cities and counties, and even law enforcement, roll through Mr. Boswell's office. So you definitely want a chance to meet him. I know you met Mr. Cooper, the Aldott director. So, any questions from us, Mr. Bob? I know we've got a busy day.
I think, you mentioned a while ago, the twins wanting some help with the park. Did they apply for a grant, or have they, I wonder if they went through RC&D? I'll get with them over and see if they.
Okay. Tracy, what did they mention RC&D to you?
I'm sorry.
About twin, did they mention RC&D?
That might be a possibility.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all coming by, appreciate what you do for us, and we'll see you probably Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Thank
you.
That being all on the agenda, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Scott, you have something?
I'll be in touch.
You gonna say something, Scott?
I just have some information to give y'all to look at, but
Okay.
we don't have to.
That's right. I hear a motion. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Appreciate y'all coming.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/49 County News TV.